Hi, I'm Woodhouse, and this is my reflective Vodcast. I chose sound producer as I wanted to challenge myself with a new role. I felt inspired by my love of Edgar Wright's films, my experience as a musician. I wanted to create a world of sound from scratch. It felt both daunting and exciting. Before uni, my first experience with proper sound equipment was working with the BFI and Big House Film, and I first realised the impact and importance of sound recording as many sounds as possible to build the atmosphere. For example, recorded footsteps, breathing, and forest atmosphere to build the tension, as the film was about anxiety. In October, I attended an arts installation by Luke Jerram at the Bristol Botanic Gardens. While they were setting up, the lights and smoke looked very pretty, but when they added the soundscape created by Dan Jones, it added that emotional impact. Sounds of crackling fire, people's experience of forest fires through narration, and additional sounds of cries from animals and people added to the emotional impact and the atmosphere. It really impressed me how amazing sound can feel and how that can tell a story without actually seeing it.
You are in danger and need to act immediately to survive. The safest option is to take shelter indoors immediately. It is too late to leave.
In the first lesson, the most important thing I learnt about sound is always record at 48 kHz and 24-bit depth and maintain audio levels between -20 and -12. Always remember that. For our first homework, we had to record sounds for our first Premiere Pro workshop. I recorded sounds of my pets, birds, and rain outside for a morning atmosphere to create a cohesive animal orchestra. I really enjoyed this, as it was my first opportunity to create a world of sound. I also learned how to use track layering for the first time, as well as balancing audio levels, which have been incredibly helpful throughout this whole project. My first experience in using the equipment all at the same time was during the DOP workshop. It was great to work as a team, and working with the DOPs was a good learning experience, along with where to place the radio mics and the boom mic, getting the best sound quality as possible by putting them in the right positions. When it came time to editing the DOP workshop, it was my first experience in sound mixing. It turns out that the radio mics were the best for sound quality, so picking that and also picking what worked best per shot was incredibly helpful. I did an additional workshop in Premiere Pro using effects and presets. Learning how to de-reverb a room came very handy when it came to editing the post-production, as the room we recorded in was very echoey. The tower was our first experience working as a team. Unfortunately, my co-sound producer only turned up on day 2 on filming, so teaching her how to use the sound equipment made me more confident in myself, as well as confident in the sound equipment, and it was great to work as a team. By getting diegetic and natural sounds adds more to it, along with also adding non-diegetic sound such as creepy atmosphere music. I even got praise from my editor's teacher for best sound design, which made me a lot more confident in myself. For research, I rewatched Edgar Wright's Cornetto trilogy, an absolute masterclass in sound editing designed by Julian Slater. Edgar Wright's signature style jump cuts gives equal weight to the sound and makes them more impactful to jumping to the next scene, with sound effects carrying over to the next.
Have you got any plans for dinner at all?
Tonight, we will be partaking of a liquid repast as we wend our way up the Golden Mile. Leave a light on, good lady, for though we may return with a twinkle in our eyes, we will in truth be blind. Drunk!
I incorporated this in our short film scene by having the sound of ripping trousers cut. For me, No Country for Old Men stood out for its sound design by Craig Berkeley. It relied entirely on diegetic sounds the characters could hear, which helped amplify the intensity through footsteps, gunshots, and of course the famous coin toss in the shop. Feel just as scared as the character feels, and the sound of the coin is so loud it makes you even more nervous and scared, as do all the sounds throughout the whole film, and that is brilliant sound design and something I hope to create in the future. The real test came in post-production, as originally I was only sent the MP4 version with the camera audio. I tried my best to de-reverb it, but to no avail. What I really needed was the project file.
Now seriously, what the hell happens to you?
Once I got hold of the project file, I was then able to sync up the audio I recorded to the footage.
Now seriously, what the hell happens to you?
Although it was challenging learning how to synchronize it using the synchronize tool in Premiere Pro, it improved it greatly. It meant I could then balance the audio levels using the skills and knowledge I used from the Premiere Pro workshop. And learning how to use the synchronize tool was such an important and key thing I learnt. I was then able to apply that to my music video. When the bells chime, our hearts ignite the flame. In conclusion, this semester has been challenging and rewarding. I've learnt so much about sound and have a great respect for the field, and I look forward to expanding upon it next semester. I've gone beyond just being the sound guy to a sound master. Vote for me, Woody Woodhouse, as Prime Minister.